Okay, happy Wednesday. I got a video for 3 earphones that I'm interested in buying, and I will, or I'll get them, and 3 that I'm going to take a pass on. I think information is good regardless of what I like and what I don't like. All info is good info, helps you make informed decisions. Now, before we continue, if you are a subscriber to this channel and you comment below, you'll qualify to get the 7 Hertz Tribrid that's coming up. When it comes in, I'm going to do an unbox. Comment below that video, subscribe to the Unbox channel, and I know notifications over there would be important because that's the channel that I announce in the community section. So thank you for your support. People that are Patreons, goods that are over $500 in value get bid on or given away over on the Patreon. So thank you for the support on Patreon as well. Now let's get into the 3 sets that I'm interested in getting. Pretty sure. One is called the 7 Hertz Aurora, which is the one that will be given away. It is a tribrid. It is a 12mm dynamic with a maybe 6mm planar and 2 balanced armatures. It is 7 Hertz is a company that's kind of unpredictable. The legato is different from what I expected. The 7 Hertz redo is what I was expecting, but in general, it's not like other companies where I kind of already know what's coming. 7 Hertz, I definitely don't. I don't know the tuning for this, but I'm interested in it. It will likely be sent to me, but I'd purchase it anyway. And that Damascus cap looks cool as hell, so that will be coming. Another set that I'm interested in is the Prisma Lumen. You might have no idea. I think this guy is from Southeast Asia, and he lives in Australia. He's from Australia and he lives in Australia. I'm not really sure. But he's in the business. He's a one-man team, essentially, and he released a set called the Azel, I think it was called. I was totally not interested in it because of the tuning. It just didn't match me. The Lumen has by graphs that I've seen, a slight intentional bump in the mids. It's very subtle, but I've heard stuff like that. My RN6 in one configuration has something like that, and I've heard other sets, and it does nothing but positive. Engaging, musical, immersive, all kinds of words like that that sound good are words that I would associate with slight adjustment in the mids, an area that usually is not to be messed with. You take the mid bass and you play with that between 200 and 300 hertz and all kinds of stuff. You decrease resolution. You can throw a veil over everything. You can pull up and husk male vocals and ruin female vocals, and you can slightly change the harmonics way down the line on the frequency response because of the adjustment on the mid bass. It's like the butterfly effect. It can do lots of stuff. The bump in the mids does what exactly? I'm not sure yet. Not a lot of sets do it, but I like it, whatever it is. So I'm definitely going to get the Prisma Lumen. The other set is the 7th Acoustic Asteria. That was a set that I said I was going to get, I think 3 months ago, but it's been delayed. I thought it was a tribrid. Turns out it's all BA. It's a lot of BAs, 16 or 17 of them, I think. And the tuning looks like it's got a lot of energy in the upper treble. I'm not a big fan of that. That's why I was never, a lot of people love the Annihilator. It's got too much treble for me. A lot of people that have similar tastes to me with cymbal strikes and electric guitars, particularly with distortion pedals or without vocal harmonics. With my hearing level, my preference in my library, that's too much for me. However, in the comment section under my videos, a lot of people have said, lots of laughs or laugh out loud. I'm getting older and I need that extra little bit of push up. And then when you look at science and you look at data, after 18 years old, when you pretty much peak, I believe, your eyesight, your hearing, your general motor skills and reaction times slowly start to diminish. And in the hearing part, which is applicable to, because we're talking about audio and audio gear, it's most drastic in the upper regions as opposed to the lower frequencies. The ability to catch that upper info is something that older people have a problem with. ARHL, age-related hearing loss, tuning is basically what I consider that to be. So that, the prices of $3,000 is fine, but that kind of tuning for me generally is very hit and miss. But I don't know what drivers are being used, and I haven't heard it, so I'm just going off a graph, but I'm not sure, kind of on the fence. So the 7 Hertz Aurora should be coming in. It's coming in, I'm sure it is. The 7th Acoustic Asteria, I'm pretty sure, and the Prisma Lumen. I'm buying it no matter what the price. Support a small one-man team. and there's the attention to detail that comes with being the one person in charge, because you get all the credit and you get all the blame. And I like to support. When Subtonic came out with the first set, I thought some of these guys came into the hobby around the same time that I did as commenters and looking at everything going on, thinking, Jesus, wow, this is it's like a house on fire. And then everybody went about their different ways of trying to improve the hobby. And Subtonic is doing awesome now, and other companies. I'd like for Prisma to become like that. So I hope it's good, and if it is, I'll review it and I'll tell everybody about it. And if it's not as good, I'll do the same thing. Though I might skip the video if I'm not a fan of it, because I don't want to. It's a small company, and it's personal taste. But I hope I like it, because if I do, I'll shout it to the rafters. Now, 3 sets that I'm not going to buy, and I'll give very brief descriptions of why. The first one is going to be the Tanum Origin. I can talk directly to the rep from Tanum. I have no problem with them. There's no beef whatsoever. They're very friendly. They reach out to me directly. I owe them a video for the TWS, by the way. But there's no problem there. I just feel like at $270 for a single DD and the name Origin, I feel like it's going for the O2, which was years ago. And a lot of things have come since then, and the price of high quality single DDs has gone way down from $270. Filter change, that's nice for the stem length, which was another thing that was limited for that set, as well as 3 stealth changes to the drivers that were within that were discovered when the OLINA came out, and people wanted to see if I was using the same driver. So they started cracking them open, discovered there were different drivers in different years of the O2, which is not even a problem now, because that's years ago and people have kind of let it go. But that was why some of the graphs were coming out different. Now, the Stealth retune is going to come up in a second, so pay attention. Another set I'm not interested in getting, but you might be, is the Canera Dark Phoenix. Canera cannot seem to connect with me. Beautiful stuff, but the tuning is all over the place. You can take my Squig Link, select all the Caneras, go ahead, I'm not even joking, and then display them all at the same time. It's just a spaghetti monster. Literally, it's crazy. This is the Dark Phoenix is a very bombastic, unapologetic V-shaped set. And those words might actually appeal to you. I can get it. For me personally, no. But you might actually like that. So the reason, again, that I'm saying I'll pass, like the O2, you might actually think, I love the T. Nothing's beating it. With the changeable nozzles, I'm all over that. So the info I'm giving you might actually do the opposite of what I'm doing. The Dark Phoenix is too bombastic for me. You might actually love that. Me personally, no. Now the last one is the Canera MP145. Excuse me, the Heydays. It's not the Heydays 145, because despite all of my social media jumping on them about what are you doing for the whales? Is it a donation? Is it material goods support? Is it just awareness? Because all of those things were stated to me in direct messages with the company. They were all different. It was very confusing and frustrating. I don't care what it is, just what is it? You know what I mean? You use that as a sales angle. And then I went ahead and did a video for the MP145 before I knew what the results were, because anyway, my job for people that come to this channel is to, what do you think it sounds like? And it actually is arguably the best planer out there. And I said that about a company that I've been dogging for 3-4 months prior to that, because it's all about the music. They went ahead and did a stealth adjustment of the MP145. So I no longer wreck it, because I don't know what it is anymore. It doesn't have the same backing plate. It's like a baffle shroud on the back, and it's a different color. It's white now, and it's of slightly different distance. And according to Michael Bruce, aka Short Bus, aka Red Eyes, the peak of the Pina, that hill that you go up for the compensation for being inside the ear, has changed, because that's what happens when you do that. So it's a different tune set, which means it's a different set. And they did that pretty quickly, actually. So I think I've reached the point where I'll just move on from the company Heydays all around. I'm not going to jump on them. I'm not going to say anything beyond what I already said. I'll back away. 7 Hertz Aurora. It's coming. Look for it. The 7th Acoustic Asteria. I'm pretty sure. And the Prisma Lumen, it's definitely coming, so look forward to that being on the channel. unless it's a disaster, and then I decide I want to not hurt the guy by giving my blovious, over estimated, valued opinion and hurt a small brand. But I think it's going to be pretty good, so I'll probably end up shouting that to the rafters. And then the Tianstrom Origin, the Dark Phoenix, and everything that Heidi's ever touches, I'll just pass. And see you guys in a couple days. And I'm out.